What's up, Facebook Live, YouTube, Periscope? Great morning, great morning. I know y'all, it's 1:45 in the morning. I went to sleep early and now I'm up. But I had to come on. I have to share this. So, for those of you who are up and get it live, bless you. For those of you that catch the replay in the morning, bless you. Whether you're watching live or watching by replay, let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Hey, Artesia, good morning, beautiful. How you doing, sunshine? So listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all why I'm on here at 1:45 in the morning. So I was on the phone with someone, and my son comes in, and he's having a whole conversation with me, and he's asking me some questions, and he's asking me questions about people and life and responding to people and people canceling you. Okay, he's asking me about people's opinions and beliefs. And, I'm a firm believer in teaching them how to think critically. And it was in this moment that I realized that I had just done a hell of a job with this boy. Do you hear what I'm telling you? When I was listening to him talk, I said, oh my God, this boy is me all day, every day, up and down. And this is my debater. So my kids, my boys, my youngest sons have gone to my school. And one of the things I do at my school is I have the kids take the 16 personalities test. There's some assessments that they take. They take 16 personalities. They take VARC to learn their learning style. They take the 5 love languages to know their love language. I want them to understand who they are. Just understand who you are, how you generally vibe, how you generally operate, how you generally communicate. These are not things to lock them into anything permanently, but it's a way for them to get an idea of who they are and how they're wired, right? So this son is a debater. That means that normally he's going to debate you until he wears you down. I promise you, like you don't want him in the debate. This is how I have to deal with him. When he says something and I know he's trying to get me into a debate, I simply tell him, "You're right." That's how I have to deal with him, right? Well, what I've noticed is, and what this conversation showed me was how much he's grown. So apparently, some of his friends, they were having this whole debate, and what happened was they had a group chat, and somebody put trans right or something in the chat, and they wanted everyone to say it. Well, one of his friends didn't say it, and he didn't say it, and they decided that they were going to cancel them if they didn't say it. And so my son said, Mom, when it comes to opinions, doesn't everybody have a right to an opinion? I said, absolutely. He says, so if my opinion is different from yours, does that mean that my opinion doesn't matter or I have to agree with you? No, everybody has a right to their own opinion and you can agree to disagree. So he goes on and listen, I need you to understand my kids are some of literally some of the most let me see, open, embracing people you'll ever meet. They are not super judgmental. That's not who they are. So they're not anti-trans, anti-gay, and they're not homophobic. That's not who they are. We come from a family where we're very open-minded to the extent that we love people, period, where people are. We love people, period, for who they are. We just love people. Yes, Artesia. Listen, we have very much an inclusion mentality, right? We include people, right? So their sister's gay. Like they don't have time for that. The other sister said she was bisexual. She said she was gay at one point. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, this is not who we are. That's not who we are. So, but who we are not is we are not followers. That's who we're not. You're not going to make me say something that I don't want to say. Hey, prophetess, you're not going to make me do something that I don't want to do. You're not going to make me do that. And this, I'm telling you, my kids are just like me. So this particular son, if you tell him he's got to do something or you're going to make him do something, I promise you, he's probably going to go the opposite direction. He gets that from me. I can't lie. He does. If you try to force me to do something, oh, you going to make me do something? Nah, I'm getting ready to go the other direction. just out of sheer, just to show you, you can't make me do nothing, right? So the way I have to handle them is a little different, right? Because I know they got my personality. But anyway, they were in this group chat, on this group call, and they're canceling this young man. They said he's canceled. Now, let me tell y'all something about my son. I promise y'all, my son, he was talking. I said, oh my God, that's so me. Hey, Allison, how you doing, beautiful? My son said, first of all, who are you to cancel me? Who are you to cancel me? We're the same age. Who are you to tell me what I got to do? We're the same age. How you telling me what I got to do? No, that's not going to work for me. Then he went on to say, and I'm listening to him. I said, oh my God, he sounds like me. He said, Mom, he said, am I like homophobic? And I'm like, no. He said, Mom, do I not have friends who are gay that I treat just like any of my other friends? I said, yeah. He said, Mom, do I, and he everything he asked me, like he was telling the truth. Like this was not like he was telling the truth about who he is. But listen, can I tell y'all something? Let me tell y'all something. I have friends and family who are gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, like, okay, the alphabet spectrum, right? But no one is going to make me do or say anything. And that's what my son was saying. He said, what difference does it make if we post this? Like, what difference does it make? I'm not treating anybody any different. What difference does it make if we post it? Like, if we don't share what they shared, why does that mean that we have to be canceled? Why do we have to be canceled? He was like, cancel me then, because you don't have the authority to cancel. He said, you can't cancel me. You can't cancel me. You want to say I'm canceled? Okay, whatever. But listen, why do we have this whole cancel culture? Because someone doesn't agree with you. You ain't got to agree with me. You ain't got to like me. You ain't got to do what I do. It doesn't mean I have to cancel you, right? Listen, canceling the thought, listen to me, the thought that someone would think that they have a right to cancel me. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all better stop letting people cancel you and stop allowing people to threaten you with cancellation and cause you to do something that you don't want to do. No. And I was so proud of him because he stood up for his friend. He was like, that man ain't got to say that just because y'all want him to. He about to graduate from high school. Who are y'all to tell this man what to do or what to say? No, that doesn't work. But y'all, can I just say this for a second? These are the kids dealing with this. But we deal with this too. Like we walk on eggshells with people because we don't want them to feel a certain way, or we walk on eggshells because we don't want to hurt someone's feelings. And I'm not saying to be insensitive and reckless with our tongue. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying just because I don't post something that you want me to post, or post something, or I don't agree with you, listen, whatever you believe, and it ought to be enough for you. Whatever you believe, and that in and of itself ought to be enough for you. You should not need someone else's validation. You should not need someone else's approval to be who you are, or to believe what you believe. You shouldn't need, like, it shouldn't be hinged on whether or not everybody agrees with you or everybody says something. It shouldn't be hinged on that. And if it is hinged on that, then you have self-esteem issues. Let's just be real and call a spade a spade. You have self-esteem issues and you're looking for your identity outside of you. Now, if you're looking for your identity outside of you and someone doesn't confirm or affirm your identity, that's on you. Because whether they affirm me or disaffirm me, that doesn't matter. Or disconfirm me, right? Whether they affirm me or disaffirm or disconfirm or confirm, like regardless, it doesn't matter if I know who I am. If I know who I am, now, does that mean that I am I'm not responsible for examining my heart or examining myself. Absolutely not. Like, definitely examine yourself. But when you know who you are, like, listen, don't let people try to make you be or make you feel like you're doing something wrong for being who you are. Don't do it. Get your identity together. Know who you are. Like, I know who I don't care. You can like it or leave it. I know who I am. I know who I am. Now, you can be mad at me because I know who I am, but listen, I do not need your validation to be me. I am me. It is who I am. Now, if who I am doesn't match with what you need in your life, that's a whole different conversation. Hey, you've got to do what you need to do for your life, and I have to do what I have to do for mine. But I'm not going to change who I am for you. Nobody. And that's the problem in our society, because you know what? People don't know who they are. And when you don't know who you are, then you try to berate, belittle, put down other people, especially those who know who they are. We're not doing that. So when my son said, listen, no, I'm not saying that just to say it. I'm talking about you.
You don't lie.
Yes, I'm talking about you. This my son. What'd you say, son, about opinions and cancellations?
Everybody got their own opinion. You feel how you feel. Take how you take it. You go wrong with it too.
Can somebody cancel you?
No. They can do what they want to. I'm still me.
Hey! Y'all see what I'm saying?
They ain't making me no money.
What? They what, son?
Ain't making me no money.
Ain't making me no money. Your opinion ain't making me no money. It ain't paying my bills. Period.
They missing out on a blessing.
They missing a blessing. Why? Because you're the what?
Truth.
The truth.
I stay with my homeboys. Cam. I'm not gonna let nobody dog him like that.
No. And that's what you're supposed to do. When somebody coming for your friend because your friend won't do what they want them to do or say what they want them to say, you're supposed to have them. You're supposed to have them. So listen, I'm grateful. I'm a proud mama right now. I'm a proud mama because my son is 100% G. He's 100% gangster. He can stand on his own. I ain't gotta say nothing. I ain't gotta fix it for him. He know how to fix it for himself. Like, think what you want to think. Feel how you want to feel. I'm still me. I'm not gonna let you make me feel like I'm homophobic because I won't say what you want me to say. I'm not. I know who I am. That's the problem. We let people make us feel like we've got to change who we are or change what we believe. We can disagree. We ain't got to believe the same thing. And I'm not going to change my belief to try to make you feel okay with me. No, period. This cancel culture. Don't let nobody cancel you. Who are you? You ain't God. You ain't God. You can't cancel me. God, the only one that can erase me. You not God, so you can't do it. You can't cancel me. You can't erase me. You can't change me. None of that. And one thing that I can say, and I'm trying to tell you, these are the moments when I be like, man, I got some stuff right with my kids. When you can stand up and be who you are, regardless of what anybody says or thinks, that says a lot. That means that I've raised some confident young people. They're confident and they know who they are. That knowing who you are is everything. You got to know who you are. You got to have that self-identity. Did you eat yet? Okay. Well, go get you something to eat and fix me something too, girl. Yeah. Not a lot, though. I'm getting ready to eat this 2 o'clock in the morning, y'all. I'm finna eat. Y'all don't. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. Listen, Y'all, I'm telling you, y'all better get y'all's identity together. Get your identity together. I don't understand. And maybe it's just me. Maybe y'all can help me. But I don't understand your identity being so tied up into other people. Like, you really got to get to the root of that. And nobody can fix that for you but you. Nobody can change that for you but you. But when you get to that place, then it's a place where you be like, if we good, we good. If we ain't, we ain't. Like, I'm good. Like, really, identity is everything. Know who you are. Know who you were created to be. And be that unapologetically. And let the world catch up. Because that's what, see, this is the problem. Can I tell y'all the problem with y'all? Y'all folks that's up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Can I tell y'all the problem with y'all? This is the problem with y'all. This is the problem. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? This is the problem. People that are up like this, 2 o'clock in the morning, you are not ordinary. You're not regular. You're not quote unquote normal. You're none of those things. And ordinary, regular, normal people don't understand you. Your problem is you're not normal.
And they tried to cancel me in the AM.
They try to cancel you in the AM. But you what, baby? You uncancelable.
I'm not going.
Not going for the cancellation.
I stand on my own feet.
Come on, and you got some big ones.
And I ain't standing on nobody else's toes.
Come on, you ain't standing on nobody's toes.
No.
But you be 10 toes down.
Yes. They my brother, they my brother.
That's right.
And I got them.
That's right.
It don't matter who talking about them. They still my brother.
That's right. That's right. See, that's the thing. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. What is that? Oh, chickens. One. Wings? Is it some wings? If it's some wings, I want 2 wings.
It's drum.
1. Okay. Uncancel.
You can cancel me in your life, but I'm still going.
Ah, what you say, son?
You can cancel me in your life. I'm still going. You can't cancel this show.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart.
We still running the show.
Still running the show. What can they do, babe? They can cancel you where?
They can cancel me on this show. On their TV program. They can't cancel me on my own network. We still running the show.
We still running the show, baby. My son, they can't say that. He said they can cancel me on their show, but they can't cancel me on my own network. Not his show, his own network. Yeah.
You heard Nick Cannon when they start wilding out. Now he's gonna get his own little TV.
Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, listen, this is what we need. People who can think. Young people who can think. Young people who are not caught up, that's right, in group think. They just trying to run with the herd. Listen, the herd is for the sheep. The herd is for the sheep. The herd is for the sheep. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, you better get some people in your life that can think for themselves. And that's why I don't need everybody in my life to agree with me. We don't have to agree. We don't have to agree on everything. We don't. I promise you we don't. I can still love you and you can still love me. But it's some things that I just cannot have in my life. I cannot have it in my life. I cannot have, like, I struggle with it. 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 I'm just telling y'all, I'm being very honest with you. I struggle with it. I struggle with identity challenge people. I struggle with it. Like, I struggle with it. You need to know who you are. Now, I'm going to do everything in my power. Anyone who is connected to me will tell you that I consistently affirm their identity. I consistently affirm who they are. I consistently do that. I consistently do that. Words of affirmation is my love language. I'm going to affirm you. I'm going to tell you you're great. I'm going to tell you you're amazing. I'm going to tell you all of those things because I believe it. I believe everyone is special. I believe that with everything in me. But if you don't get that, that's not on me. That's not on me. Because after I've told you and told you and told you and told you and told you, I can't, like, you got to get that for yourself. And what I love is that with my kids, like, it's always been a thing of where I want them to know who they are. I want them to know how to make choices. I want them to know how to deal with consequences. I want them to know how to get results, right? If they don't do it, that's on them. And I'm not going to excuse it. That's on them. Because you have come from a place and a household where you were affirmed. You've come from a place where you've been exposed. You've done all that. Now, what you do with it is on you. But listen to me, and I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I'm gonna say it this time, and I mean it. It's just the truth. I'm not being braggadocious, but I can tell when folks been around me. I can tell when folks, and like when you've been around me, like I remember. In the Bible, it talks about Peter, and it talks about the people like, oh, he was with no. Who was it? It was the apostles, and they were saying, oh, they've been with Jesus because of how they showed up, right? They sound like learned, educated men, like they had gone to seminary, but they hadn't, right? But they said, oh, they've been around Jesus. Oh, clearly you've been around Jesus. I can tell when people been around me. It's something about the way they move. Like they may come in my life one way, but when they are like, after they've been around me for a while, if they're listening to those affirmations, they begin to show up differently. They don't show up like me, but they show up like a best version of themselves, right? They get greater confidence. They walk with a greater boldness. They have a greater freedom. That's a part of being connected to me. If you connected to me and you're not walking in that, you ain't paying attention. Like that's wasted energy, wasted time. Like, no, you ought to walk freer when you're around me. You ought to be bolder when you're around me. Yeah, you ought to have greater confidence when you're around me. Like that ought to be a natural outbirth, a natural outgrowth of being around me, of being in my presence, because I'm constantly pouring that into people. Like I pour that into people because I know what it's like not to have it. And so I try to make sure I build people up. And the greatest compliment that I can get is when people say, Dr. V, I was in a situation and I just kept hearing you say, you need to make sure that you did it. I'd be like, what? I be playing in your head? They're like, yes, because you impacted me. When you said this impacted me. And I'm like, what? You all, listen, don't let nobody else cancel you. If they cancel you on their show, just know that your network is still going. You understand me? This is why I love me some Tyler Perry. If people can say what they want to about Tyler, yeah, Tyler do everything. He write the script, he act in it, he do all that. Does he do all of that the best? No, he doesn't. But it's his ish. It's his. He can do what he wants to with it because it belongs to him. He didn't wait for Hollywood to give him an award. He created his own award ceremony. That's what I'm talking about. That's boss status defined. People will wait for somebody else to validate them instead of creating their own system of validation. It's time. It's time for you to know who you are. It's time for you to be in a place where whether someone rocks with you or not is irrelevant. It might hurt, but it don't define you. It's time for you to know who you are. That's why the people were mad at Jesus. It's so funny we're talking about this because Bible study Wednesday night, we're going to be talking about identity. We're going to be talking about identity. Like God put that in my spirit on Sunday that I needed to talk about identity, and look at how all this stuff is happening. So Wednesday, we're going to talk about identity, and Sunday, I'm going to be preaching about identity. I am, because people need to know. Y'all, people need to know. You can't be letting other people define you. This is why they was mad at Jesus. Jesus didn't allow them to define him. So when they said, who are you to say these things? He said, listen, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. They said, huh? That's blasphemy. He said, no, if you've seen me, you've seen my Father, because I do what my Father says do. So if he say this, I'm going to say this. If he say do this, I'm going to do this. And people might not understand it. They might not get it. They might misinterpret it. But let me tell you one thing about me. And I want y'all to be real crystal clear on this. If God tell me to do it and he tell me to say it, I'm going to do it and I'm going to say it. How you respond to it, that's your business. That's not my business. My prayer is that you'll get it, that you'll hear it from the place that it's coming from. But if you don't, that's your business. See, our problem is we want to make everybody else's business our business. What you think about me, that's your business. Whether it's accurate or inaccurate, it's still your business. Whether that's good or bad, it's still your business. What's my business? It's being who God created me to be. Doing what God called me to do. Saying what God told me to say. And the moment my relationship with you interferes with my ability to do that, when it gets to that place, I'm not going to cancel you. I don't cancel people. But it may mean that our relationship changes. That's facts. And if our relationship changes, it doesn't mean I don't love you. That's facts also. We have things so convoluted and mixed up that we get lost in the sauce, trying to be all things to all people, trying to satisfy everybody, make everybody happy, make everybody feel good. Some stuff don't feel good, but you need to hear it anyway. Let me say that again. Some stuff don't feel good, but you need to hear it anyway. So tonight, I just came to let you know, don't let anyone cancel you. You can't be canceled. You heard my son? You may cancel me on your show, but I'm going to be still going on my network. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I would that we would be in relationship, but if not, my network is still going. I just wanted to encourage y'all tonight. I was feeling some type of way as a mom. I was just like a mom and an educator. I was like, okay, he gets it. Okay, he's got it. And the debater in him, this is the other thing that he got. Listen, I pay very good attention, right? The debater in him would normally just debate, right? To try to convince somebody to believe what he believes, right? Hey, listen. You can believe what you want to believe. Everyone has opinions, but you're not going to change mine. The fact that he was able to allow them to have their opinion, the fact that he's now able to not feel like he's got to constantly debate somebody, like that says a lot about who he is. And I'm super proud of him for that, because I promise you there was a time that he was going to have to be right. You hear me? He had to be right. And he would debate you until you agreed with him. Now, of course, it didn't work, because I'm just going to be like, okay, you're right. He was like, no, Mom, but for real. Yeah, for real. You're right. He said, you're just saying that. You're right. Like, whatever you say, you're right. Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. Whether you believe that they can cancel you or you believe they can't, you're right. You are always right when it comes to you. You're right. What you believe manifests in your life. So, listen. Let me tell y'all something. This is the season to really find out who you are, to really know who you are, and get your definition from a place that is going to truly define you as you were created, right? So this is why I love the word of God. When God says that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, I be like, my daddy said, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. My daddy said, I'm the apple of his eye. My daddy said, when you know what your daddy say about you, then everything else. Oh, I need some butter. Oh, I need some lemon pepper.
Should have said it while I was down.
Give me a kiss. I love you.
How you feel?
I'm proud of you, son. Even though that don't define him. If I wasn't proud of him, he still was gonna be him. That part right there.
At least you know.
Yeah, no. That's how I raised you. Yeah. Listen, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, if they like that with me, they're gonna be like that with other people. Like, Mom, I love you, but listen, that's you. Yeah, you can be real, son.
I ain't gonna lie. I woke you don't feel like taking a trip down the stairs.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
You want the lemon pepper?
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
You want the lemon pepper?
It's okay. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Y'all see how he did that? Can I be real? Can I be real, Mom? I really don't want to go down the steps. But do you want it? Let me know. Okay? Y'all, don't even feel like with your kids, you got to control them. Oh, shabba-ba-ba.
I had it upstairs.
Look at God, because I said it's okay. It was upstairs waiting for, come on, somebody. Y'all, that's what, y'all know I got some issues. Okay, I know it's 2:00 and 2:30 in the morning and I'm eating jambalaya, baked chicken, corn on the cob with lemon pepper, and a biscuit. Don't judge me. But if you do, that's your business. Y'all just know, don't let anybody cancel you. If they cancel you on their show, start your network. Let your network already be going. Never put your identity in someone else. Never let anyone else's opinion of you determine who you are. Instead, know who you are based on who God created you to be. He created the manual, right? See who you are in the manual, how you are to operate, how you are to show up, like what he's given you, the rights, the privileges, the promises. Oh, I got choked on that. Appropriate all the promises of God for your life and walk in it, stand in it, and don't be moved. Steadfast and immovable. That's what God's looking for. We're the steadfast, immovable people. Listen, you guys, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. I'll be back later this morning with my regularly scheduled word, but I had to get this in. Girl, stop. Allison, come on. That's why I'm glad we got what? This bar. I'm so glad we got 1044 Pro. I'm glad we got this bar, right? All right, y'all. Listen, y'all have an amazing, amazing night, morning. I don't know what this is, right? And just know that I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Be blessed. Mwah.